Sam, Matt talked about, the passing game, not putting blame on you, but more of the receivers, and like there's a little bit of a disconnect there, and he just wants to see that passing game improve. What are you seeing out there that's just not connecting right?
Yeah, I think, we just got to continue to work on our timing. I think that's really it, and we just got to stay on top of our assignments. Whether that's studying more late at night or, whatever it is, however the guys want to get ready, we just got to be ready for tomorrow.
Sam, you guys are about through with camp tomorrow. How would you assess where this offense is? I mean, you think you guys are ready?
Yeah, I mean, we have a ways to go, I think, from, to where we want to get to, but we can get there. And, we just got to come in here day in and day out and keep working.
Sam, when you have receivers dropping the ball, whether it's in practice or in a game, are you the type of vocal guy in the huddle that gets on them a little bit, or do you say much to them in the huddle, practice or a game?
I think the guys understand, that if they're not doing their job, they're not doing their job. And, we're all professionals out here, so they understand that. But if it's a continual thing and it keeps happening, then there's leaders on this team, including myself, that'll step up and say something if need be.
Do you have a preference on perhaps how many preseason games you like to play, or whether you want to play this week or not?
I mean, whatever Coach Rule says, I'm going to go do. I'm ready to play whenever, and I'm just excited to get out there and play football.
Are you expecting to play this week?
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't told us anything, so again, like I just said, I'm excited and ready to play whenever.
Sam, is it frustrating at all to have some of the issues that were out there today, like with camp almost over, still dealing with some of that stuff?
No, I mean, it can be frustrating out there. I think we just need to take it with a grain of salt and make sure that we're improving from it, and knowing that feeling and what it feels like and not having it happen again. I think that's the biggest thing.
During this camp process, how has your level of comfort within this offense grown?
Yeah, I mean, it's grown tremendously. I think, every day I keep feeling more and more comfortable with it. So just got to stick to it and keep learning and keep growing.
Was there a different vibe today, it kind of felt like, than out in Indy at those joint practices?
Yeah, I think, it was, I think they were tagging off a little bit more on our guys, which is a good thing. Whereas Indy was wrapping up and punching at the ball and all those things. But, it was good for our guys to be able to get that work in Indy and then come out here and have really good tempo. We just, I feel like we just got to step it up a notch tomorrow.
Sam, what do you get in a preseason game that you can't get in these joint practices?
Getting tackled, feeling the rush and, escaping if I have to. I think that's really the biggest thing.
How important is that to be tackled? Like, I know you don't want to be, obviously.
Yeah.
How important is that?
Yeah, obviously have experience with it in the past, the last few years. So I think, it is important. It is important to a certain extent that's a fair question, but it is important to a certain extent to be able to feel that before the season gets going. But again, like I said, it's on Coach Rule.
What would you, if you could play Saturday, what would you get out of that you're not getting out of this?
Yeah, I think, again, like I just said, it's getting tackled and feeling that rush.
Now, you saw the guys kind of struggle a little bit with false starts. How has your timing been with the offensive line in today's practice?
It's been great. I think the whole thing is communication. I think when you make mistakes like that, coming in the next day and being able to correct them, I think that's the biggest thing.
Sam, how beneficial are these joint practices, especially with a good defense like Baltimore?
Yeah, like you just said, they're a really good defense, and it's fun to be able to come out here and compete with them. I think it's just another opportunity for us to continue to learn and grow and go up against a good defense with really good scheme. Be able to point out the correct mics and be able to get the protections fixed and all those things. So.
Sam, despite the fact that you haven't played in a preseason yet, and we'll see about Saturday, with these joint practices, with going up against your own defense for 3 weeks, do you feel like you've been sufficiently challenged in terms of what you're looking at on the other side of the ball that you had in the regular season?
100%. Yeah, I feel like this offense has, it's grown, and I feel like we're going through challenges, every single week, which is a good thing, into training camp and going into preseason. So I feel like we're being sufficiently challenged. I think it's just continuing to compete every single day and get better.
Sam, I haven't seen a ton of downfield balls lately. Is that a function of what you guys are showing or aren't showing, or just sort of that's where the read's taking you?
Yeah, I think it's more so the latter, like just the read kind of taking me there, and you know, I think that's kind of it.
Is there a difference in having Robbie out there at all? Like when you're with what's the difference when you have Robbie versus?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Robbie's a great player. Obviously, we'd love to have him out there, but you know, and he knows that. I told him after practice. You know, I was like, "Hey, we missed you," but yeah, Robbie's a great player, and it's always good to have him out there.
Seems like someone you look for downfield, just during these practices.
Mhm.
Is that?
Yeah, I mean he's super fast, so he's always someone who's gonna take the top off, and I mean there's plenty of guys on this team to be able to do that, but when you have elite speed like Robbie has, you're gonna miss him.